Yes, yes. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. What is going on? The Savage of Wall Street live once again. Just trying to see what's going on with this market, man. Up is down, down is up, and we are just trying to figure out how to get paid during these here market conditions. Is it really that difficult to get paid? Some people think, this market is crazy and you have to wait for an entry. Do you really have to wait for an entry though? Or is the stock really telling you what to do? The market and specific stocks are telling us right now and really flashing us and telling us this is what maybe you should do. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. However, this is how we get paid. And so, uh, good morning, my fellow simpletons, degenerates, scallywags, and ne'er-do-wells. Once again, it is Monday morning, and we were expecting some green. Turns out that Bitcoin kind of crapped the bed, and well, now the market is a little unsure and wishy-washy because obviously, for some reason, Bitcoin now moves our markets. It's hilarious to me. We were thinking, oh man, we missed the train on these stocks because now rate cuts are imminent. And, although we don't know for certain and for sure 100% that the rates are going to get cut, we do know that it's very, very, very likely. And so things should be on the up and up. It should be all peachy skies and kumbaya right now, but it's not. It's not. It's a lot of um, a lot of stocks are down because I guess they're heavily invested in Bitcoin, and so that's where the opportunity is. And look, I'm looking at a trade. My limit order to sell another contract of Webull for $15 on September 19th. In your individual account has been triggered. It's now it triggered. Good, good, good. All right, and I'm waiting. I'm just making money this morning, guys. I don't know about you guys, but there's opportunity everywhere. I mean, there were some stocks that I was thinking about last week. Man, I should have gone in here. I should have gone in here, and now look, a gift right into my laps. What am I going to do? I'm selling cash secure puts. I told you guys what the game plan was. Nvda has earnings. And so, right now, maybe all doom and gloom because for whatever reasons, the market wants Bitcoin to have a say on what it does, although it's a digital asset and quite honestly, backed by nothing. Banks wanted it to play and now they're getting burned. And so, here's where we are, right? So, needless to say, it doesn't really matter because remember, we take opportunity where opportunity is. If the stocks are flying, 5 to 10%, we sell covered calls on those. And the stocks backtrack 5 to 10% or more, we go with cash secure puts. And that's exactly what I did this morning. But before I get any further, I am the Savage of Wall Street. Welcome, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope you guys are doing great this morning. I hope you guys have had your coffee, your breakfast, wherever you are watching. I hope you're having a great day and making money because that's what we're about. And so, what do we have here and who do we have here? Kent's mom is in the house saying Savage returns. In fact, I is here again. Good morning, Kent's mom. Jude K is in the house saying good morning, Savage. And so good morning, Jude. Always be writing. Obviously, is always here and is always writing. Good morning, my friend. Double D saying good morning, Savage. Mike Kikuwazal is saying good morning. Good morning, Mike. Night Hawk 84, I guess. Oh, night for week 84. I'm gonna call you Night. Saying hi, Savage. Hi, my friend. Thank you for watching. Um, Guys, it's a beautiful morning. I um I made plans with the family to go to Tahoe this coming up weekend. We're gonna take advantage of I believe it's Labor Day, and so we're gonna take a nice little trip. And right now, I'm raising a few funds so that we are able to pay for that little trip, as well as the wife likes to gamble, and so do I. And gamblers are going to finance this trip once again. So I just made her, $1,000 very quickly in 5 minutes this morning. She's now going to work, and she is at work actually. And I need to make a few dollars myself, so that the gamblers can finance this trip, and they're doing just great right now. Things are triggering. My stink bids are triggering, and I'm a happy camper, man. Um, Look at this. Open Technologies is up 16% this morning. Roblox is up 8%. Um, I still have some options pending orders, and so I'm waiting for those to trigger. I sold some Serve $9 puts, some Wolf $8 puts, some NVTS $6 puts, and some Webull $15 cash secure puts. All of those that I have outstanding at this moment are going to expire in September, and the ones that I sold expire either October or September. And so that's where the opportunity was and is this morning. Let's see what happens, right? SoFi hitting some highs this morning, and I think that's beautiful. It's beautifully in the green, and it is up. It was up, I think, 6%, 5.5%. Selling some $30 covered calls on SoFi may not be the craziest thing. You go to October 17th and you sell some $30 covered calls, you will get $1.18 at this point in time. I suggest maybe going to January, taking a bigger chunk, and put a $3 stink bid in there. Put a $3 stink bid. Somebody got 310 this morning. That's a smart individual. The high of the day was for 310, so $310 for one contract of SoFi to be sold January 16th, 2026 at a $30 strike. I mean, that is money in the bank right now, this second. If this person did three of them, they got $3,100 in their pockets to maybe sell SoFi at $30 a couple of months from now. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're basically using your stock as collateral, and you're bringing in money to make your life a lot simpler. That is a beautiful thing. I like to see that. When it was in the 22 area, I was telling people write some $20 cash secure puts, go into money, write some $20, $22 cash secure puts out to January. Right now, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. However, I'm sure a couple of people listen to me, and they are in fact laughing. AI is taking, for some reason, a little bit of a downturn today. It's down not even 1%. I am folding my arms. Nothing has happened, so we're going to let it ride. Unity is up 1%. Again, I told you guys, Unity, if you want to get some money on it and you're playing with this stock, it returns some beautiful, beautiful premium. You can go to October 17th and write a $45 covered call on Unity and bring in $250 per contract. Do you think that's not enough? Do you think you want a little bit of more money for your troubles and for having this here stock? You can absolutely go to January and sell a $50 covered call and bring in 405 cents right now. Every contract will bring you in 405 cents of $405 to sell a Unity $50 call that expires January 16th, 2026. There's opportunity everywhere. You just got to know where to strike. So Bobby Atkinson's in the house saying happy new 52-week high SoFi day. Absolutely, it's at a 52-week high, and I think that's wonderful. Take money off the table, my friend. Nothing is for sure. We know for a fact it is where it is right now, but it's already taking a little breather. So capitalize on those. Dude is saying, let's go. Dude, wherever you are, I hope you're doing great. Bobby Atkinson saying that he closed all his $25 cash secure puts expiring June 2026 and January 2027 for $16,700. Open $30 cash secure puts January 27 at $9 each. Brought in $27,000. So he made $10,300 this morning. Way to go, my friend. And that's how you do this. And completed my yearly goal of 2,000 BIL shares. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that move at all. He's making money and making more money. He's just using what's available to him, which is the stock is telling him this is where I am. He then decided, you know what? I am kind of low in these positions. I'm going to take all my money out, and I'm going to take a position later on and go up a strike or two. I think he went up 2 zones, 2 or 3 strike zones. And so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. He just had a $10,000 morning. And so how many people can say that in the United States of America? How many people can say, I just made $10,000 in the last hour? In 1 hour, 1.5 hours, my friend has already made, well, the stock market has been open for 2 hours. So let's say 2 hours. In 2 hours, he made $10,000. That is not bad at all, my friends. And that's exactly what we're trying to get to. The market is supposedly down. I mean, it's really a nothing burger because, the indices, they're unchanged. I mean, they may be like a couple of points out, but that means nothing when you have a 45,000 point Dow 30 and the stock market's down half a percentage point. That's basically 250 points out of 45,000. That's a nothing burger, man. S&P 500, again, down maybe 0.1%. Absolutely means nothing. NASDAQ is up, a quarter of a point, means nothing. The Russell 2000, which is the one that supposedly got hit a little bit this morning, is not even down half a percentage point. Gold is down a bit this morning. VIX is up 1%. I mean, this is a nothing burger, guys. I don't know what people are talking about. I don't know why these talking heads on TV get paid. It's just fun. It's just fun. But guess what? Your boy went in this morning and he sold some $5 cash secure puts on RX, and he brought in 70 cents, 72 cents, just 1 or 2. And so looking to see where the opportunity lies. And I think this is where it is this morning. Honestly, it's just free money at this point, man. I'm just trying to gobble as much shares as possible on RXRX, and I just want more shares. Let's see here. I had some. I sold some sound, some Weeble, some Big Bear AI. I bought back an ASTS cash secure put, and I made I think $1.80 on that, which is $180. I sold it for $11. I bought it back for $9.30. It was a $50 cash secure put expiring January 2026. There's nothing wrong with that at all, my guys. I just wanted some cash, right? Rocket companies. I actually went in and I sold a couple of contracts, $18 contracts, put contracts, that is, expiring October 17th, and they were filled for an average of $162. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I am basically trying to get some Rocket stock in addition to the one I already have and trying to take a bigger position. I sold some Mara, MARA, because of the Bitcoin news, right? I sold some Mara cash secure puts, and those were puts expiring October 17th. They were filled for an average of $101 per contract. $14 cash secure puts expiring October 17th. Give me some free money, man. I will take it all day, every day. I actually sold some TerraWolf $8 cash secure puts expiring October 17th. I already have some out. I got some more. And at this point, I'm waiting to get filled for some $7 cash secure puts out in January. So, that's where the opportunity is this morning, guys. You guys just got to look, right? Rigetti Computers, I went in. I took some Riot. I actually sold some Riot $12 cash secure puts expiring in October. They gave me an average of 109 for those contracts. And basically, I'm buying for under $11. I see nothing wrong. Riot is one of those companies that is just a gift that keeps on giving, right? I remember buying it at $4. I bought it a few years back. I bought it at $5, $6. I did $8 cash secure puts, and I took in like $1.50 for those, and those got put into the account, and it ran. Then I sold some cover calls. I think some $10 cover calls expiring 2026. That was like a year ago. I got a big chunk of change, and then the stock went back down. I bought them back, and then I sold some 15s expiring 2027 when it took another pop. I mean, it's free money, man. I mean, Bitcoin is going nowhere. These guys are very they're very much pegged at the hip with Bitcoin, right? And so I'm making money. It's high IV, so that's good for me because it means juicy premiums. Why not? I have some NVTS semiconductor covered call cash secure puts out right now, and then I'm waiting for those to trigger. I got some NVTS. Let's see here. And I'm looking to just add to this position at this point. Let's see, what else do we have here? I mean, honestly, guys, a lot of the companies that we're looking at are down 5-10%, or at least they were this morning. Some of them have started recovering. RX is such a gift at this point. Selling some 450 cash secure puts expiring in October, I don't think is the worst of ideas, man. This company is just ripe. There is no 450s. I think there's a $4 cash secure put out here, which you can get $20 for. But if you go to like January, you could bring in, you ask for 60, ask for $60, or 60 cents per share to sell some $4 cash secure puts on RX. I mean, it's free money. It's a cash grab, right? So you guys gotta just, basically, what do you want, right? You have to ask yourself, where is it I want to take opportunity at? Look at this GME. GME has earnings. Earnings are going to be pretty great. I actually sold some GME October cash secure puts this morning, $22, and I think I brought in like 155 or 150. Yeah, 150. So it's just basically I'm buying it for 2050. What is wrong with that? Wait, was it 150? No, it was 170. Let's see here. Was it 175? I think it was 175 actually. That I got. Yeah, 175. Right now, you guys can go to October and write the same contract. Sell a cash secure put October 17th, $22 strike. You can go to $21 and bring $130 in. Put a 130 bid in there, see if it triggers. It probably will. You go to 135 and still probably get filled. I mean, buying the stock at less than $20 it's a no-brainer. This stock is at least $30 a share. It has no business being here in the $22 land, but here it is. Such a gift. And earnings are coming up. So Archer Aviation is down 2% today. I mean, earlier in the morning would have been a time to really put a stinker. But if you go to October on some Archer cash secure puts, you could do $9 cash secure puts. The stock's at 948. You could do a $7 stinker. I'm sorry, not a $7, a 70-cent stinker, and see if it fills during the day. I mean, you're basically buying it for 830 on October 17th. Worst case scenario. I mean, that is not a terrible deal whatsoever. Let's see. Look, Riot is recovered, and I am so glad that I sold those puts when it was down almost 6%. Now it's $13. I mean, it's just the opportunity is there. I sold some more BBAI 2027 cash secure puts this morning, guys. The $7 strikes. I got 367 and 368 for those. For $700 to get that back, that's more than 50%. That's like 53% back on that, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like it's free money. It's a cash grab. So yeah, I'm on it, man. Let's see, what do we got here? What are people talking about? Mr. Lucky's in the house saying savage. Mr. Lucky, good morning, my friend. Big ups from San Francisco, California, guys. CKT saying good morning all. Bought more Sofi, Rigetti, RXRX, and Open today. Wrote January 27, $30 cash secure puts on Sofi. 20 of them as well, which is great. Nice cash grab. Trying to increase shares of stock that I want. That's exactly how you do it, my man. It's exactly how you do it. And it's exactly how you do it. You get that premium and you buy some shares with that premium. Worst case scenario, you get taken out on those cash secure puts. It doesn't really matter because guess what? You got some stock to show for and you took in a big premium. Roaring Yiddy is in the house saying, hola. Good morning, Roaring Yiddy. How are you doing? I swear Sofi emails me like 4 times a day. Yeah, I know. A lot of marketing. They have, I mean, it's cheap marketing. I'm sure that they have a pretty good deal. CKT saying, I also bought back some ASDS $50 cash secure puts I wrote a while back for January 26th. Made 160. I did the same thing. I made, I think, $170. It's so funny because this is the same ones that I bought back. It hit a big pop this morning and I took advantage of it. I put some stings bids in and it filled. Yeah, I bought them back myself. CKT saying those January 27th Sofi cash secure puts for $30 filled at 939. That is fucking awesome. Bobby saying Archer $9. Cash secure puts a January ask 126, 129. My bad. Are you talking about cash secure puts or are you talking about cover calls? I don't know. Let's see. What are you talking about? Let me double check. Archer Aviation. Is he talking about what? The January's. I'm gonna go to puts. Yeah, the $9 puts are 130 right now. So yeah, no, the $9 puts. You go to stinker of 130 right now because it's obviously recovering. Not a bad right. I mean, it's free money. It's a cash grab. Worst case scenario, you buy Archer for, $770, right? So that's not terrible at all. Roaring Yiddy saying that she sold some $7 cover calls on Open for October 17th for 139. That's awesome. That is an awesome right. Awesome right, Roaring. I like it. Pink Comb is in the house saying thumbs up for the channel. Indeed, guys, give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and let me know what you guys are working on this morning. I see you guys are selling some cover calls on Open and buying back some ASTS. You guys are buying Sofi. You guys might want to look at Rocket, man, RKT. That's, I told you guys, a real estate play. And I think they're going to be $25 a share by the time that the first or second cut comes through. So it's been there before. There's no reason why it shouldn't go back. And this time, I'm sure that they actually have grown in a broader scale their infrastructure. So it's going to make money. Rory Yiddy saying I sold 7 cover. We got that October 17th. Pink Comb saying thumbs up for the channel. Kalua Dre is in the house saying good morning. Bobby Atkinson is saying nice. CKT, I went for $9 bid as well. As I was trading on the work floor, hard to get in and out. It is hard to get in and out when you're working. I know that. That's why I do stink bids. Dude is saying, give Savage a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Kalua Dre is saying, Sofi is rocketing, and it's a fact. Jude K saying, say on BBAI. C2, Charlie C2's in the house saying, hey, everyone. Good morning, Charlie. How are you? Bobby Atkinson is, I figured it was the puts. I just looked it up. Roaring Giddy is saying, can you talk to us about your stink bid strategy? Okay, so basically, so let's see. For an example, just an example, right? Let's see something that is moving quite a bit this morning. Let's see RXRX, right? RXRX is sitting at $4.90 a share. Okay, so if I was to do a cash secure put, right, selling October cash secure put, I look at the options chain and I see, different strike prices and different premiums. The stock is at $4.90 right now, right? So let's say that I am okay going in the money because I will sell secure puts. And those contracts are selling for an average between 65 and 70. And, the meter is at 68, right? Okay. But say I don't want to go at 68. I don't want to go at 70. I don't want to go at 65. I think that there's more room to the downside, but I want to get paid more, at least for today. So instead of going anywhere between 65 and 70, I'm going to put a stink bid, meaning my bid is super stinky. It's so stinky that it's probably up another strike price upwards, right? So instead of the 70, which is you go up. I mean, that's as far as the cash secure put goes and pays. I go to 80 cents, right? Now, somebody may put in a 75 and it may fill, but the chance of it going and filling at 80 is very unlikely because of just where it's trading and the channel that it's trading at today. However, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give you my money unless you give me $80 for this $5 cash secure put on on October. So what I do is I put a bid of 80. So it's not 75. It was a 70. It just moved to 75. I go to 80. So now you see how it's away from between 70 and 75. Now it's up another nickel. If anything gets filled, the 75 gets filled, and say the next one's going to be 76, the next one's 77. Somebody may put a 78, 79, but I'm going to 80 because that's what I'm trying to get. So that's my stink bid. So then I go and I review my my contract here, and then I send it out to the world, and that's it. That's the stink bid. Conversely, for cover calls, same thing. Say Sofi, right? Sofi is trading right now like at $26 almost. And I want to go and sell some $30 covered calls for January, right? I go to the options chain chart and I look at, different strike prices. I look at the $30 one and then I click on that. Then it's showing me that the bid right now is from 285 to 290. But I don't want that. I want a $30 strike to bring me in $3, no less, or otherwise I don't sell it. I'll cross my arms and then try again tomorrow, right? So basically, I'm being hard-headed, and I'm just like daring the market to come up this way. So then instead of going to between 288 and 290, I'll go to $3, and I'll put a bid there. I'll sell one bid of $3. And I'll send it to the world of options, and it'll stay there. And then you'll actually be able to see once you start seeing, the level twos, right? You'll see like all the bids that are out at this time. You'll see like some 288s, 289s, all the way to like I don't know. There's like $4, $5. People do that all the time. because you don't know when you're going to have big spikes in the market. Like a whale comes out of nowhere and just says, I'm going to buy at market price, 1 million shares, and they just gobble up 1 million shares. They go at asking price, and then they're done. Conversely, sometimes, for whatever reason, some ETA, some funds, they want to raise equity, right? They want to raise capital. So what I do, they're like, well, SoFi, we bought at $5 a share. It's at $25. We need to raise some cash at $26, just at a 52-week high. Let's trim our position 2 million shares. So they'll sell 2 million shares at 26, and then because they won't sell 2 million at once, they'll sell in chunks. That'll take the market down, and then it'll spike down really quick because there's so many coming in, right? So then the volume goes way up, but the price goes down, and so then those stink bids for cash secure puts may fill really quickly, like on a spike. And that's what a stink bid is, and a stink ask. That's pretty much the gist of it. Bobby Gatkins is saying, Bobby, CKT saying, Bobby, I was lucky enough to be on the phone at that time. I missed plenty of opportunities due to work too. There's always another trade. There's always another trade, guys. That's a fact. That is a fact. Charlie C2 saying, I wrote a put credit spread on SoFi this morning, Friday, expiring expiring on Friday, 5 of them for $23.50, between $23.50 and $25.50, and they paid 46 cents each. I put up 1 week and brought in $200 premium for a week. As long as you make money and you don't get caught. Pick Home is saying, at the money watching my $26 cash secure put contracts for June. 26 at $25 strikes. I took $661 for them, and it is now $485. I'm gonna guess you're talking about SoFi. Bobby's saying that he jumped back in open and purchased 100 shares at $574. Wrote September 26, 130 covered call. Good for you. That's how you do it, man. I would have gone with a cash secure put. If you were willing to part ways with $5,704 or $5,074. No, that's $5,740. Then you could have done, a September 19th $4 cash secure put, and then gotten it cheaper. Let's see. Let's go to open. Let's see what you could have gotten, my friend. Open Door Technologies. I think it was like 80 cents or something, but sell a put, $5 cash secure put. You could have brought in $111. The highest trade was 134. So right now you could bring in $110, and you're essentially buying it for $4. So you're making money. You're daring the market to come into $4, and if it comes to $4, then you got your 100 shares. As soon as you get put those shares, you can turn around and sell some covered calls on it October and bring in another $100, $150. So look, as long as you're making money, right? That's what matters. But I would have gone cash secure put instead of just straight out buy right. I know what you're doing. It's just too volatile at this point, and people are going to take profit when it's least expected, and it's going to come down quickly. So, but you know what? Look, if it's premium money, you're making a lot of money today. You made over $10,000. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go in here and make some quick cash. I know what you're doing. It's totally okay. I don't see a problem with that. But I would have gone cash secure put instead. Not a bad. It's not terrible. Let's see here. Pick home is so $574. My bad. Yeah. You know what? It's easy money, man. You made money today. I think if you were to, for whatever reasons, lose this money, I don't think you'd be hurting. I think it's fine. $7 strike. It's saying, Bobby, I get it. It's totally cool. Roaring Yeti saying, nice, Bobby. Tom Kaufman saying, savage, let's go SoFi. Indeed, my friend, let's go SoFi. Bobby's saying $574, only 100 shares. And I know, my bad. I'm I'm just used to like 10, 10 contract blocks a lot because that's what I do. But it's totally okay, man. I've done some singles this morning. I do 3, 4. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's free money, man. It's just if you were to, for whatever reasons, lose it, I mean, you're not hurting. You just made $10,500. Totally cool. Bobby Atkinson is making money, and I think it's fine, brother. I think you're doing just fine. Tommy Jan is in the house saying I wrote a $41 Unity covered call February 20th for 740. That's fine. I mean, you're kind of close to the money. You could have done 45. You could have gone 45, and you're basically up at a higher strike, right? And although you would not be bringing, that premium, you still bring in some good premium. You could have gone to January 2026 and sold the call. You sold a $45 call, and you could have brought in $525. It's still not. I mean, it's not bad. So it's like a $200 difference, right? But then the difference is $500 on the options chain. So like if you were to get taken out, which is very likely, instead of getting taken out at 41, you're getting taken out at 45. So they're putting $4,500 on your account, and you brought in 500 something bucks. So you're essentially selling for 50. 50, 51, right? As opposed to selling for 48, 40. I mean, that's an extra couple of $100. But I mean, if you think that it's going to come down and it's been too hot and there's room to the downside, if that's your thesis, I think that's fine. I mean, as long as you're making money, right? And I don't know what your average cost is. So like if your cost average on Unity is like 20, 25, you're making a killing either way. So like that's fine. Bobby Atkinson saying, "Alrighty, back to work. I gotta go take care of Savage and everyone else. I won't miss $575. Pure FOMO trade. I know what you're doing. I totally understand. I've been there. I do that sometimes myself even now. So, dude, it's free money. It's premium money. The gamblers are paying for it. I'm literally gonna go probably lose $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 at the casino this weekend. So like, I mean, who am I to say, right? Yeah, so it's totally okay. It's a little gamble, but it's fine, dude. Tommy John is saying too close, I guess. A little bit, but I mean, dude, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't know what your cost average is, right? Your cost basis, but as long as you're making money, that's what matters. Like, there's always, hindsight is always 2020, right? So, dude, don't let me tell you what to do. You're making money, and I think that's great. I would look at, maybe putting those $700 to work right now. You could do a $7 cash accrue put on BBAI for 2027 and bring in, more than 50% right now. And so you're bringing $360 on your $700 that is, premium money, right? And that money is basically cash sitting in a bank account. Think of it like that. It's just money that's going to be there in 2027, $700 for you. And then now these $360 that you have, you can shit on. You can do whatever you want with that money now. You can pay for your phone bills. You can go for a dinner. You can pay for like, I don't know, buy a new phone. I don't know. You can buy some clothes. Whatever you want, my friend. It's just, that's how I put my money to work. My premiums, I always do them cash accrue puts out pretty far. So this is the thing. The reason why I do that is because every January I have this pile of cash just fall into my lap. Every single January, all these cash accrue puts expire. Some are in the money, some are out the money and expire worthless, and I just get a ridiculous amount of shares or cash fall in my lap. Do you know how great it is to have $60,000-$70,000 just fall in your lap? Pretty awesome. And then all these shares, and then everything, things average down, some average up, but you have all this cash, so you're able to then take a step back and say, I'm going to look to reposition and see where the opportunity is now, and so that's kind of the reasoning behind it, because I know 2026 I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of cash come into my laps because of Sofi, and Unity and C3.ai cash secure puts. 2027, I'm working on now, and a lot of cash is going to fall on my lap that day, January 2027. So it just, you build like this huge nest egg, so to speak, right? And you have like this huge position, and I have all these cash secure puts and covered calls that are going to expire in January 2026. And at this point, I'm so excited because I'm starting to have like wrap my head around the opportunities that may be available for me on that day, because I'm going to have all this cash. And then so I'm just looking at companies that I kind of was looking at in the past, but I had not really spent the time, and now I'm beginning to do my research, right? And same thing with RXRX. I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of cash or shares fall in my lap. Rivian, SOXS, SOXS is just shares. GME, Archer, SMCI, Roblox, Sentinel One, Riot, Open Door, BBAI. I mean, it's just, I'm going to have, if some covered calls are in the money, I'm going to get cash too. Those get assigned. I'm getting all this cash from covered calls. It's just, it's like Christmas, but a month late. So look at TerraWolf right now, guys. TerraWolf is down 3%. It's kind of taking a little breather. It was recovering, but not anymore. And so right now, you guys can go and look at TerraWolf, WULF ticker, and it's at $8.90 a share. You guys can do cash secure puts out to October 17th and ask for $72, $71 and see if it fills. You guys could do a stink bid and ask for 80 and 10% right off the bat. The stock would need to come down a whole nother dollar, but I mean, there's always that possibility, and if you don't get filled, then you try again tomorrow. You want to get filled right away, go at market price and ask for $71. You're basically putting $800 away, and then you're going to get $71 in your pockets. And there's nothing terrible with that at all, man. Especially if you're looking to own TerraWolf at $6 in the $6 range. Not a bad deal at all. The guys just signed some really good contracts. It's just right now, I think, overreaction to Bitcoin, which I don't know why, but whatever. I mean, oh, look at that. My recursion sell to open 2 contracts of RXRX $5 on October 17 has been filled for an average price of $70 per contract. There we go. $5 cash secure puts. I just got paid $70 per contract on RXRX. I really want RXRX. I am trying to gobble as many shares as possible. And when it runs, it's going to run. And I'm so excited. So excited. Anyways, what else we got here? Juan Velasquez is saying, good morning, everyone. Savage, I wrote a January 27, 1750 cash secure put on Webull and got 724. Not bad. I think good to be here with all of you. Ah, man, that's beautiful. Yeah, at 1750, you're basically buying the stock for $10. I see nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. In 2027, you're either going to get $1,750 back, or you're going to get 100 shares of Webull, and I think there's nothing wrong with that, because there's no way that this stock is going to be at $17 a year and a half from now. That's a great ride. It's a cash grab. Nothing wrong with that at all, my friend. I salute you. You did right. Roaring Yiddy saying, if open goes to 10 this week, how fast do you think my $7 covered call on open for October 16 expiry? Um, it could be at any. That's the thing with covered calls. You're basically giving the person that got your covered calls the right to get your shares at any time. So it can be at any time because it's so far ahead. It's very unlikely, but not impossible. So that's why you have to be in peace, and that peace with the covered calls and cash secure put strikes that you write. You have to understand that essentially you're on the hook for those contracts, right? Those contracts are going to, at any point, can get exercised. So in your heart, think of it as you like losing those shares if you sold covered calls, or you buying that stock right now at that price that you chose. That's when you're able to choose the strike date and the strike price. So you have to be at peace with that decision, wherever that decision is. This is why I ask for big chunks, because if for whatever reasons I'm exercised, I'm totally okay. So yeah, at any time between now and October 15th, they can get exercised. So it's up to whoever has that contract. Unlikely, like I said, there's so much time between now and October, right? But it has happened. I've gotten assigned on covered calls like a year ahead sometimes. It's just because the stock runs so much. I sold some Palantir 50s, and they didn't expire till 2027, I believe. And I got a big chunk of change, but the stock was over $100, and somebody said I want it because they probably were either going to sell for a profit or sell some covered calls. Either way, I mean, there was like over a year in it, right? I think they were 2026s actually, and they got put. I think I want to say, Jesus, July. I think in July or June, something like that. Either way, they got put. So they can at any time. Small GME spike, and it is welcome because I just saw some cash secure puts on it. I saw some 22s. So GME is going to do that from its earnings. Remember, guys, earnings on GME are coming in the next weeks. So it's going to be very volatile. And don't be surprised if you see GME go back to $25, $26, and it hovers around that. And if it happens that it does, I'm selling some $30 covered calls out to January, trying to bring in $5, $6, $7 per share. I'm daring the market to take me out. Rory Giddy saying, so do you ride the covered call and cash it puts through the expiration, or do you close them out early? It depends. I mean, that stock will tell you what to do, Roaring. If we have a spike, let's say if I do a $20 cash secure put on Sofi, which I did a few months ago, right? And I got it, I think like $3 or $4 per cash secure put because it went down to like $18, $19 really quickly and then recovered. I sold those, and a week later, those cash secure puts were out to like I think 2026, and the stock dipped. I sold my cash secure puts, and then it went back to $23. Right, so I sold at like a 50% profit within like a week. So I could have waited, but I mean, why? I got 50% back within weeks, right? And am I going to wait months down for the other 50%? No. So I just took the money off the table right then and there. Now, was it a bad call? Obviously, now hindsight, like I said, is 2020, right? I could have waited till now, and I could have bought them back right now, but nothing is for sure. I didn't know that SoFi was going to go to like $26, $27 a share, like at this point, right? I could have waited, of course, but I just wanted to take money off the table. And nobody's ever going to kick themselves in the head over taking profit, And conversely, cash secure puts, covered calls, same thing. I sold some $35 covered calls on C3.ai, and I got like over $9 or $12 for those. And then they were out to 2027. And then right now that it went to $14, $15 a share, like, a week ago. And so I bought them at like 150 or like 152 or something like that. So I brought in like $1,000, per contract in premiums. I didn't have to wait till 2027 because the stock dipped so much, and I did some stink bids, and they triggered. So that's why we do stinkers, my friends. Double D saying Rocket 1873. Yeah, no, Rocket's gonna go to 25, my friend. Jude casing Savage Jewish Christians. Jewish Christian. That's hilarious. Pick Homie saying, remember, you hold stock for money. Calls are there to make you money. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. I buy the stock, so I buy cash, okay, I sell cash secure puts so that I can buy the stock at a specific price, right? Because that's the one I chosen. And if I get a sign, great. Now, once I have the stock, I hold until I see a spike of 5-10% or more, and then I do covered calls, and then I bring in more premium, and it's kind of like wheeling it that way, right? And then I if I get a sign, I now have cash. I made money on both transactions, so the cash if you're put in the covered call. So now I'm going to wait for a drawback, right? A drawdown, and then when there's opportunity. On red days, then I'll go and the stock goes down 5-10% or more, and then I'll go and do cash secure puts on it, rinse and repeat, kind of like with Riot, kind of like with BBAI, SoFi, and so on and so forth. Let's see here. Figma is down over 7% today. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice. What are the October 17th puts looking like? The $65 put could be juicier. I'm looking to buy it at like $60. So let's wait for it to come down a little more. All right, let's see here. Serve Robotics. Oh, nice. I sold some Serve Robotics, some 950 puts, expiring September 19th. And I got, on average, 78 cents for those 5 cash secure puts a few days ago. And those are now beautifully green. So 16%. I like it. Those are green. Let's see. QUBT. Is down 1.7. It was down almost 4% earlier this morning, and I sold some cash secure puts. $16 cash secure puts expiring October, and I'm waiting on those. They're green. QBTS 1550 cash secure puts. Waiting on those. GME $23 covered calls. That's beautiful. We had a nice little spike on GME, and my covered calls are still, those are red because the time is just decaying. They expire in September, and although the stock just spiked, I'm positive for today, and that's the beauty of stocks falling under their own weight, and it's just beautiful. Those covered calls are just decaying at this point. And even if GME was at $23, it still, I think, would be like at a break even. So what a wonderful thing covered calls are. Let's see here. What is Newsmax doing, man? Newsmax is recovering. I bought back some $20 cash secure puts last week for like $570. I got like, I think, $680 and $700 for those, and I made some money and finally recovering. I still have 2 contracts out though, and those are green. Newsmax is one of those that it's going to be high risk, high rewards, my guys. I know that I hate the channel as a channel, right? They're pretty stupid, but I mean, I'm here to make money. So selling a cash secure put on Newsmax is not terrible. You can sell a $15 cash secure put out to October and bring in $2 right now. You could bring in easily 13%. 13.5% for them holding your money for like a month or two. Nothing terrible with that at all. Get paid. Um, See, that's for 210, 215 even. Why not? So if you guys were looking for a high risk, high reward play, Newsmax is there. And I think they're gonna keep going upwards, man. They just they're close to the 52-week low. The 52-week high on Newsmax, I believe is interesting. I can't see the 52-week high. Let's see here. Here it is. 52-week high was $265, guys. The stock is sitting at $14 right now, $14.73. I mean, yeah, I'm daring the market to put those shares in my account so that I can then just wait. I think I'm gonna hold those and wait for like a ridiculous spike. We know who likes their Newsmax, right? And he's just one news cycle away from having this company go from 1470 to like $50-$60 a share. I'm playing those odds. It is a gamble. No, I'm not saying it's not, but it's been to $260, right? Like, how much more can it really go down? It's the channel keeps gaining viewership, and they make money with marketing. I mean, they have to have their earnings. So we'll see what earnings are saying. Enphase was down in the dumps, guys, and I was talking about $35 cash secure puts. Right now those would be beautifully green. I think I'm gonna keep these Enphase $45 cash secure puts out. They're $10.15 at this point. I got $12 for them. I'm just gonna keep on riding it, see what happens. I'm daring the market to take me out, man. I want those 200 shares. So let's see what the market tells us, man. SMCI. Let's see SMCI today. SMCI is showing some life. They got a new Lambda server deal, spotlight demand type of situation going. So, they were up to like 3% this morning. My cash secure puts are looking wonderful. And I have some $50 covered calls that I sold on them. I sold some $45 and $50 covered calls. I'm just daring the market to take me out and give me all that money. All right, what do we got here? Andres de la Torre is in the house saying hi all. How you doing, Andres? I hope you're doing well. Juan Velasquez saying just wrote December $18 rocket and got 241. I like this game. Very good. Cash secure put, of course. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I like rocket, and I'm just waiting. I am just waiting. I got another contract just filled right now. A bull $15 cash secure put expiring September 19th. Someone gave me $135 for it. Thank you very much. Free money. Free money indeed, my friends. At this point, we're just daring the market for my friends. Just daring the market. Why the hell not? Anyways, guys, we're gonna make this one short and sweet. I have some things that I have to take care of. I gotta get in on the phone with the workman's comp people in the next 25 minutes, and we gotta see. We gotta talk numbers with them because I think they screwed the pooch and they're trying to give me less than what I am owed. And I think that they better not take too long figuring it out because they're going to be on the hook for owning me 10% more as a penalty if they don't send me that money by the end of today. So then they're going to have to pay 10% more on the total of what they're supposed to pay me. And I'm okay with free money. I like free money. So we'll see what they say. At this point, it's all a waiting game, and the funny thing is with these insurance companies and with these adjusters for all these insurance companies, they have a very high turnaround rate, right? And that's got nothing to do with me. If my uh, my claim falls through the cracks because somebody that was working on it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, was let go, and then it got sent somewhere else, and it got lost in the ether. That has nothing to do with me, So it's not my problem. Sounds like a they problem. So I can only do what's expected of me, which is go to the doctor, do my physical therapy, take my pills, and do the exercises they tell me to do. That's my end of the bargain. And obviously, stretch, take care of myself, and send them all the paperwork they require, which they've been sent. So at this point, just waiting for them to send me some money. And if they don't do it by the end of today, then, well, they're going to be on the hook for 10% more of the total. And I'm okay with that. You want to lay off people that are working on claims? Totally cool if you want to do that, but got nothing to do with me, my friends. My end of the bargain is this and this and this. Your end of the bargain is to adjust those numbers and give me my money. So I'm going to take 10% of that money and dump it right into the stock market as soon as the check gets here. I'm okay with that because it's free. It's free money that I was not expecting. So great on my part. D Visual Arts is saying peace out. Juan Velasquez, thank you for watching. Charlie C2 says thanks for the time, Savage. Have a great day. To all, Andres de la Torre saying thank you, Savage. Juan Velasquez saying have a great one. All go Sofi indeed. Thank you for watching. Tom Kaufman, Juan Velasquez, Andres de la Torre, Charlie C2, D Visual Arts, Pickcomb, of course, Bobby Atkinson, Roaring Yiddy, Tom Kaufman, Tommy Jan, CKT, Kilua Dre, Jude K. Let's see here. Who else am I missing? Mike Eguibazal, Double D, always be writing. Dude. And obviously Kent's mom. Hey guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys, man. See you guys back tomorrow at the same time. 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna be here. We'll see what the markets give us. At this point, take advantage of the opportunity, man. You see what the opportunity is. And if there's a stock that you've been wanting to own, it's down 5-10% today. Cash your put time. Just like these guys are doing, SoFi's at a 52-week high. You want to take advantage of that, sell some $30 covered calls out to January and bring in some good cash. You can do that. Roblox is up high today. You could sell some covered calls and bring in some money that way. Unity is up a bit today. Sell some $45 covered calls out to January, bring in $5-6. Nothing wrong with that at all. SMCI is up. Sell some $50 covered calls expiring in January. Nothing wrong with that. Riot is recovered ever since this morning, and I think that is great. My cash secure puts that I sold, my $12 cash secure puts out to October, those have shrunk quite a bit. And let's dare this market to give us money, man. Thank the gamblers out there for all that premium that they're paying us, because they didn't exist, we wouldn't make money. Guys, have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys, like I said, at 8:30 tomorrow. Let's get this bread. Deuces, my friends. Have a great day. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.